What's going on, my beat builders? I'm back with one of these car vlogs because I'm going to probably a second home, and that's the gym. Now this time I'm just going to do a stretch. And I know these kind of vlog videos don't do so well, but I don't really care. I just want to have people to hear the message, because I get it. You may come to this channel, you only want tips about how to get your music in the sync, how to make the correct music. It's just like if you went to McDonald's and they started selling auto parts. Well, you would no longer go to McDonald's for food because they sell auto parts. But I try to make some relevant topics with sync licensing, because not a lot of people talk about the mindset, right? One person comes to mind is the producer rapper EA Ski. Now, if you watch his channel and are familiar with it, I don't think he even shows people how to make music, right? He's just a music producer. You know he makes music, and he really just goes live and he gives his perspective and mindset. And to be honest, I think the mindset is more important than the actual music making, right? You can find anyone to teach you about how to use an MPC or how to get your drums to smack hard. But to hear the perspective of their philosophy and why they do things, I think that actually makes you a better musician. So there's a couple of things I want to get to tie this into sync licensing. I'm going to this gym to stretch. When most people think about the gym, they think about just working the muscles, right? Whether you lift weights or you do a fitness class, right? The actual action. So if we relate this to sync, you're just thinking about the physicality of making the music, which is understandable. But do you ever think about the mindset behind the sync? That's why I'm going to stretch. Stretching may not seem as important, but it gives your body a rest. It gives your mind a rest from all the physical exertion of lifting heavy weights, of doing hard cardio, and you actually need that rest. Just like in sync, you can't keep just making music all the time. You might be making a whole bunch of albums but get nowhere. Why? Because you're not letting your brain reset and rest and think about the other important things that people don't talk about, like making sure you register with a PRO, like making sure your mind is ready and prepared for sync to take a long time. And those things to me is the hardest thing. It's easy to just make beats because it feels like you're making progress. You're physically making something. But when you don't get a response for like 6 months about a library, you're probably thinking all kind of assumptions in your head that probably not true. So that's one caveat. My second lesson comes from timing and luck. A lot of stuff we do in life has to do with timing and luck. It's just we don't give credit to timing and luck. Why? Because as humans, we think we're the catalyst for everything, but we're not, right? You're lucky that you're born. You're lucky that you can hear, so you're able to make music. You're lucky you were born in a time with musical instruments. You're lucky that you can make music, send it through an electronic form, and get feedback and basically work from anywhere. That wasn't the case 100 years ago. So those luck things, we all take it for granted because we just get them for free. So here's the story. I own another business. I own a fitness business. It's called Work That. So it's group fitness, dance fitness class. In 2018, I was teaching a class at a big box gym, and I tried to get them to put it officially on the schedule. I was having like 70 to 80 people a class. It was very popular class. And I went to management and said, hey, can we change the name to my official name of the program I created? And they came back and said no. So after that day in 2018, I quit. I quit to build my program up on my own. So I would go out, I would rent studios, try to do my own marketing, and it went okay. It wasn't bad. I actually broke even on the business. I didn't go into debt trying to do it. But at the time, I definitely didn't understand that the gym was actually helping me bring in clients, right? Like they would do the marketing. They did the social media. They talked about my class. And I just wasn't good at that. So it was hard for me to do it on my own. And then COVID hit, another luck thing. And because I had already had fitness videos online, people found my fitness. Now, mind you, I was posting for 2 years prior to COVID. Low views. Nobody watching my videos, basically. COVID happens. All of a sudden, my subscribers and views just shoot through the roof, right? That's luck. I could not predict COVID. That's when I opened my online fitness business and it was booming. Through that, I was able to actually fund a lot of purchases to get my studio up, to get more equipment like video things, music production things, lights, to make a better experience for the online fitness class. So again, that's luck that I didn't count on, but I was already prepared doing it, posting the videos, right? Let's tie that into sync. You've been making music for 2 years. You haven't got nothing. You haven't gotten a placement. But you don't know that you haven't got a placement. Why? Because you don't get notified about your placements until months later, depending on how the TV shows submit their paperwork. So in my case, it was the same thing. I just posted my fitness videos on YouTube just to post it to help the people, and it just happened to get lucky with COVID. So let's fast forward to 2024. I go back to the same big box gym, but this time I'm living in a different city. And I look at their schedule and I notice they have open format dance now. That's something they didn't have before. So I went back up there and said, hey, are you guys hiring? Well, they tried to get me in, but they only wanted aqua fitness instructors. I don't have an aqua license, so I can't teach it. But at the same time, 3 instructors were quitting. And they were hungry to have their dance program. So now that same big box company realized that more people are doing freestyle classes like mine. And guess what? As of last week, I started at the big box gym teaching. I'm gonna have 4 classes a week teaching my dance class with my branding on their schedule. So I get to promote my business within their business. And they're allowing it because it's a freestyle class and management has changed. So think about that. I got rejected in 2018. 2024, come back to the same company and get hired. Why? Luck and timing. The same thing with the gym. The gyms realized when COVID happened, all gyms shut down. And to get people back after COVID, they realized they had to change their ways. And people were asking for different types of programs because they were used to seeing different programs online. You can go online and see all kind of fitness programs that they weren't doing in the gym. So the gyms realized, wait a minute, in order to get people back in the gym, we got to offer new stuff. So now I'm able to come back and teach my program. And that's where luck and timing comes into play with sync licensing, right? I never gave up on WorkThat. Now, I eventually did close my online business because after a couple of years of COVID, people weren't working out inside their house as much. Some people still do, right? That's why you see, if you look at Peloton, their shares has dropped because people are not working out as much inside. Like they boomed during COVID, it made sense. So I shut down my online business. Again, I really didn't make that much money with the online business where I lost money, but that was okay. I was still working a full-time job. And I didn't quit doing it, right? I still had the website up. I still was paying for my business email. I still would do things here and there for WorkThat, but I just wasn't into it. So now, because I didn't quit on this program I really believed in, I'm able to be in the gym because of luck and timing. And this is where you need to reframe your mind with sync licensing. A lot of what you're gonna do is gonna be luck and it's gonna be timing, right? You're gonna get lucky probably on the music library you pick. Let's say that whoever chooses the music, the demo music to accept you into the library, they don't like your music. But let's say a year from now, they get a new hire person, and that new hire person thinks your music is a good fit. And that's the same case with me and working in fitness. A lot of people had left fitness after COVID. A whole bunch of new managers came in, and they're like, wait a minute, why aren't we using these other programs? So it's just the unfortunate part. You don't know when that timing and luck is going to come into play. See, that's why you continue to work on making your music, right? I assume you probably already know how to make music. We can always get better and improve on the music. I'm always trying to improve on my music. And it's that persistence and having the mind frame to say, okay, I might not be lucky today, but I could be lucky tomorrow. I could be lucky in a year, right? If it's something you really enjoy doing, stick with it. I know it's hard because sometimes you do need to just let go. Just like with my online fitness classes, I had to unfortunately just let it go because it wasn't going to take back up. But I didn't quit my overall business, right? You might be making sync and you just may want to quit. You may try to make a full-time income, but if you leverage your time like I do, so I work part-time job, I'm a janitor, I teach group fitness classes, I DJ, I set up sound systems. So I got all these sources of income where the sync licensing doesn't have to stress me as much because I know that it's gonna take time. So while it's taking time, I'll be making money at my janitor job, right? That's a steady paycheck. I'll be making steady work at my group fitness. I'll be making steady work on my AV stuff, setting up weddings and stuff like that. It's kind of unsteady, but it's still a good chunk of money, right? It's more reliable than sync. Hold on one second. Let me concentrate, man. These cars over here trying to merge. And I don't know what's going on, so. All right, so while I'm waiting on the timing, I'm doing other things. Not to say you have to do other things. You may be busy with a family and stuff like that, but this is what a lot of people don't talk about in any subject is the mind state and the frame of mind when you go into things. So keep that in the back of your mind that sync licensing is all about luck and timing. So let me know if you got some good value from this video and you enjoy seeing these mindset type things. And even if you don't enjoy them, I'm gonna keep making them. Why? Because I believe this stuff is important. You not only understand my philosophy and how I go into sync, but it will give you actually an insight of how I make music, even though I'm not physically making music. Because honestly, making music is the easy part. It's getting through the mental roadblocks, that is the hard part of sync licensing. So take it easy, have a great day, peace.